This is Scott Becker, and it's January 20th, 2025. Here are seven of the stories that we're following this week and today. And thank you for joining us. We try always to make sure you're learning something, we're learning something, and a lot more. First, so here's the seven stories. It's inauguration today, day today. What a wild turn of events over the last several years to see us back here with Donald Trump becoming president again. Simply fascinating on so many levels. Second, the markets had a great week in the market last week and are back to positive year to date. Last week was sparked by a lower rate for consumer price index for inflation than expected, and leading to more confidence that the Fed will get back to rate cutting this year. Third, if you invest in startups and in venture capital, I had a stark reminder recently that someone's shots at the plate, i.e., their investments, will turn into zeros. That means your investment will become worth nothing. You must best love the process and have money invest in this area that you can afford to lose. To be clear about this, while I lost the money on this investment, I can't wait to invest with that founder again and his co-founder. I'm a huge fan. Fourth, today we celebrate the legacy of Martin Luther King, an amazing leader who had a huge impact on our society and so many societies. Fifth, a great article yesterday in Yahoo Finance, and this was about how index funds outperform 92% of mutual fund managers. Again, get that number right. Index funds do better than 92% of mutual fund managers. This is a clear reminder that you should make an S&P index fund a core part of your strategy and that efforts to beat the market are often ridiculous. Sixth, our next webinar is on January 27th. This is a fireside chat with Venkat Mukherjee. Venkat's a former partner in Andreessen Horowitz. He's also the founder of Midstream LLC. We're at capacity for this webinar, but happy to take a few more participants. Text Scott Becker, and we'll get you registered, 773-766-5322. Seventh, and this is my experience personally, and I think it's true for a lot of us that aren't particularly naturally gifted, is that if you want to make real progress in something, the process looks something like this. Grind and grind at it, and then think. Grind and grind, and then study. Grind and grind, and then seek help. And then repeat this obsessively. What I've learned is that for me personally, to make real improvement in an area, I generally have to obsess and really narrow my focus. It's a constant for me and a challenge, but that's what it takes for me to have the success I want to have. Finally, a postscript. We have another webinar coming up on February 6th. This is on healthcare private equity deal trends. Webinars and podcasts are outperforming in terms of registrants and downloads, so God bless that. We're going to try for one webinar sponsor to let you do a webinar at our cost and to test our ability to bring our audience to you in that webinar. These webinars have to be outside of healthcare. It could be a direct one-on-one interview where I interview the founder or leader, or a direct presentation. We make it super simple. Contact Scott Becker. If you want to be on a sponsored webinar, we'll do it at our cost to test it out. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast.